GOAT Parlay King Sports. Just a post fight with Crawford versus Israel Miramov. And the word I'm gonna say for this fight is surprise. That's the word I'm gonna say for this fight. I was very surprised. First of all, I was very surprised that the fight went 12. I was not expecting the fight to go 12. But Israel Miramov, he got hella respect last night, even in the loss. He got hella respect. He got hella respect. To go 12 rounds with Crawford, you get hella respect. Hella respect, man. It was being truthful. I had Crawford down. It was even after 11 rounds. Like that's how I had it. I had it even after 11. I couldn't believe it. Shit. I could not believe what I was seeing. Both guys was engaging, but they wasn't trying to engage to hurt each other. That's how I felt watching the fight. Like it was like they was playing chess. You know what I'm saying? It was like a high chess match in boxing. And through 11 rounds, it was even. And then I gave Crawford the 12th round, which he ultimately won. And that's what won him the fight. But that shit was close, man. That shit was close. And I feel that Crawford should stay the fuck away from Canelo. At first, I thought, he could go saying he could rumble with Canelo, get Canelo some work. But after that performance last night, nah, I done changed my mind now. I done changed my mind. Like you was having problems with Crawford was having problems with Israel Miramov last night. He was having problems. He was having a whole lot of goddamn problems last night, and he couldn't solve it. He was trying, but he couldn't solve it because Miramov was coming in with different angles. He was always coming in crazy angles, always moving, twitchy. And Crawford could never get his timing down. Never could get his timing down because his awkwardness. Dude was awkward, move awkward. It was something Crawford ain't never seen before. You can tell Crawford ain't never seen a style like this before. But I don't think he could beat Canelo with that performance last night. I don't think so. I think Canelo would use his size and just try to pose his size and will on Crawford because you couldn't even hurt Israel Miramov, man. Crawford couldn't hurt Israel Miramov to the point to where he would, you know, stop attacking and all that shit, man. Dude was right in front of Crawford all motherfucking night, man. All right, he was right in front of Crawford all goddamn night. It'd be different if Crawford would have dropped him, saying multiple knockdowns, you know, that's totally different. Then I'll be like, okay, yeah, he ready for Canelo and shit. But that performance last night, nah, you ain't ready for Canelo, bro. Like, you go ahead, kill that Canelo shit. Kill that shit. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no use of going up there to 168 to get knocked out or beat the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck up your motherfucking legacy. You know what I'm saying? Your legacy intact. Like, fuck Canelo. Fuck that shit. We're gonna stay at 54, reign at 54 and shit. If you want to be undisputed at 54, uh, try to get the belts at 54, go undisputed at 54, and then hang that shit the fuck up, man. Hang that shit up. Real talk. Because you jump in the ring with Canelo looking like that last night, that's not gonna beat no Canelo. You can't sit here and tell me, oh, that the performance I did against Israel Miramov, that could beat Canelo. Nah, that's not gonna beat Canelo, man. That's not gonna beat Canelo. That's gonna give Canelo, hey, Canelo will fuck around a unanimous decision with that performance last night. You'll get unanimous decisions on the scorecards if you came in there with that with that same game plan last night, I mean, you couldn't even hurt Merrimack, man. So I don't even think if you couldn't hurt Merrimack, you can't hurt Canelo. You can't hurt Canelo. You can't hurt Canelo. You ain't even dropped Merrimack. Not no, not even a drop. Not even his legs was wobbly. Nothing. Like nothing, man. Like it was a high chess match last night between Merrimack and Crawford. That's all that was last night. It was a chess match. And one guy just happened to win on the cards barely. I don't even think that shit was I don't agree with the unanimous decision shit. I don't agree with that shit. Like I don't agree with that. It should have been a split decision. You know what I'm saying? A split decision win for Crawford. Split decision. Cruz stopped dude. I'm gonna tell you somebody who man, Jared Anderson got knocked the fuck out, man. Hey, much shouts out to Martin Bacoli, man, because he said in his interviews that he was, he broke AJ nose 2 times. He stopped Usyk, and hey, Martin Bacoli is the real deal. Holyfield, man, like he the real deal for real. He went out there and beat the shit out of Jared Anderson, and I kind of figured that this was the fight that Jared Anderson. I don't even think they did their research on this fight, man. I just think they looked and saw the dude was from overseas. He was from overseas. He was a big dude, and they just thought, I they just thought that Marvin Coley was easy work, man. They thought he was easy work, man, and that was not the motherfucking case. He got dropped in the first round. I thought it was over in the first round. So I just let you know, like, man, there's levels to this shit, man, in boxing, man. There's levels to it, man. It's levels. It's levels. And dude was levels above motherfucking Jared Anderson and shit. And then what really was crazy, Jared Anderson was at the before they fought, he was telling everybody to put your money on Mark Bacoli and shit. I was like, I had my money on Mark Bacoli last night. I won some money off that. Yeah, he was plus 135 at the sports books last night. Oh, Ray, I won money off that Rollo fight too. I had money on Rollo. I had money on Mark Bacoli. I had money on Jarrell Miller because he was getting good odds too. Jarrell Miller was getting like plus 236. So I put a couple of dollars on him, and for real, he won that fight. He won that fight, man. Like they played Jarrell Miller, man. He won that fight, man. He won that fight. He should have won that fight by decision. That was not no damn draw. Yeah, I don't like when boxers be touching each other gloves and shit. The only time you're supposed to touch, the guy's gloves is when y'all about to, what I'm saying? Like when you in the center of the ring and it's you and the other boxer and the ref and he say touch gloves. That's the only time you're supposed to touch gloves and shit. Anytime after that, weak as hell, man. Uh, what was the other fight that they kept doing that shit? I think it was the David Morrell Kalajic fight. They was doing that shit a lot. David Morrell is food at light heavyweight. Like that's he don't need to be at light heavyweight. He gonna get knocked out at light heavyweight. Soon as he get in the ring with something real, he gonna get knocked out. I think he need to go back down to 68 or shit. 75 too big for you. It's too much for you. The same thing with David Benavidez. I think 75 too much for him because he don't look like a monster at 75. He look like an average guy at 75. Yeah, I mean, Cruz was coming out. He was trying to come out on some cool, common collective shit, and then once he saw dude was on, like, dude was there to, trying to win. He turned it up. He turned it straight up. Like, he turned it straight up. Shit, like Cruz, nice man. He nice. Cruz, nice. Yeah, Jarrell Miller got destroyed. Uh, Jarrell Miller should have won last night. I ain't agree with that draw shit, man. I ain't agree with that at all. He won that fight. Andy Ruiz was slow. You could tell he was gone for 2 years. Slow movement. And then I never would have thought that I in my breakdowns I gave dude 9 rounds and shit. Like the first breakdown, I gave him 8 rounds. Then the second breakdown, I gave him 9 rounds. And then I watched the fight, and then the fight go to full distance. And like they always say, it's weight classes for a reason. Shit, man. It's weight classes for a reason. And I felt that, Miramov didn't really sell out. So I don't think Miramov really went for it last night, man. I think Miramov was really like, it was like Miramov was happy just to go the distance with Crawford. Like that's how it felt to me last night, man. It didn't feel. I didn't feel that Miramov was like trying to win the fight. I just felt that Miramov was just trying to go, just make it to the 12, make it to the scorecards. That's how it felt to me, man. I didn't. At no part of the fight, I thought Miramov was trying to go get it. Like, bite down. I'm gonna take 2 shots to get these three off. I never thought he sold out. Like he never sold out, man. He never sold out. He never sold out. Like I think he was just content with going the distance. Like I think that's what the fight was looking like to me, man. I felt that he was content going 12. And I look at Crawford, he was getting some stuff off, but then Miramov was getting some shit off on him too. Like he was getting hella shit off on Crawford. So I just think that Crawford should just kill that Canelo talk shit. Kill that shit. Kill that shit, man. No, you ain't going up to no 68. Even though I know you wouldn't come in at the full 68, you probably would come in at like 162, 163, something like that. But still, with that performance last night, I can't sit up here and say you can beat Canelo, man. I just can't do it. All right. Well, not with that performance last night. I think Canelo will fuck around and get a unanimous decision on Crawford if he went up there and put in that performance that he did last night. That'll be a unanimous decision for Canelo because they damn sure ain't gonna give you. You ain't gonna beat Canelo. They ain't gonna give you the nod over Canelo with a performance like that. You're gonna have to sell out. You're gonna have to put your body on the line. Like you're gonna have to go in the fire. And I just felt that I just felt that Miramov didn't really go for it last night. I felt he really didn't go for it last night. He was just content with going the distance, not getting stopped. He that's how I felt he was fighting. He didn't want to get knocked out. He ain't want to get knocked out, so he was cautious. Though him and Crawford was cautious all night and shit. But I just felt Crawford got off his shots that he got off was just a little bit crispier, just a little bit crispier than Miramov shots. Shit, I don't know when they gonna give us Tank and Shakur, man. Somebody don't want it, man. When two boxers like when it's two boxers that we want to see in the ring, if we don't get the fight, it's because one of those boxers didn't want it, man. One of them didn't want it, and they can come up with all types of excuses. Oh, the money wasn't right. Uh, rehydration clause. Uh, you know, the business side of the business side of boxing. That's the reason why the fight ain't gonna get made. I mean, people gonna come up with all types of excuses why the fight didn't get made. It comes down to the fighters. If both fighters want it, the shit can get made. Just like with Crawford and Earl Spence, they both wanted it, so the fight got made. You know what I'm saying? It got made. I don't know. You know what, man? I don't even know who will win that fight between Tank and Shakur, man, for real. Because Shakur ain't no slouch. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no scrub. He ain't no scrub. You know what I'm saying? So I think he a dangerous opponent for Tank for real on some just being straight up shit. I think that's a dangerous opponent, and I don't think we're gonna get that fight next. I think Tank gonna fight that dude that beat Rollo. I mean that Rollo, that's who he gonna fight. I think Tank gonna fight Rollo for beating Isaac Cruz last night. That's who I think Tank gonna fight. I think he gonna fight dude next. I'll be shocked if he fought anybody else, but I think he gonna fight him next. Rollo. He got a little belt. I think he gonna fight him next. Right, hey, Rollo got some work though. You know what I'm saying? Like he got some work, but he can't beat Tank. He can't beat Tank, but he got some work. He got some work though, but he can't beat Tank. Tank can knock him out. Tank can put him to sleep. I just don't think we're gonna get Tank and Secure this year. We might get it next year, but I don't think we're gonna get it this year though. Y'all know. Yeah, Rollo won on points. He won on points, you know what I'm saying, which is still beastie. Like you beat Cruz, you beat Pitbull Cruz on points. He got the job done. That's all that matters. He got the job done, but I think he gonna fight. I think he gonna be next up for Tank. I think we're gonna get Tank versus Rollo. That Shakur Stevenson shit, I just think that they just keeping that shit out there to keep the fans, you know, to keep us anxious and shit. I don't think we're gonna see that this year. I don't think you never know. We might not never see that fight for real. All right, we might not never see that fight, man, because that's a I don't know, man. I don't know. I think somebody ain't gonna want the fight and it ain't gonna get made. I don't know who, either Tank or Shakur. I don't know who ain't gonna want it, but somebody ain't gonna want that fight. Manager, promoter, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna put a roadblock in that shit to where it ain't gonna happen, man. Because I think Shakur a real live threat to motherfucking Tank, man. He is not no damn what was due Frank Martins and then and that other bullshit up there at 135. Like he a real deal. Yeah, yeah. A lot of his shots was, what I'm saying, grazing off Pitbull's gloves last night, but it was a good fight. Like, that's why they always say, like, if the fight close, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't want to go to the scorecards if the fight close, but sometimes you got to go to the scorecards. Uh, that's why I was shocked about. Israel Marimov, man, he get hella respect last night. Even though he lost last night, he gained hella respect last night because he went the distance with Crawford. He went the distance. He didn't get dropped, none of that shit. So, I just feel that 154 is that's gonna be Crawford's stopping point. He ain't going past 154. He ain't going past 154. He ain't going up there to no motherfucking 168. Like the only way that fight, the only way Crawford and Canelo fight happens unless they offer Crawford some astronomical goddamn money. And if he smart and he want to keep his legacy intact, he would turn that shit down now. Like me, he wouldn't even entertain that shit, man. Because you couldn't even hurt Miramov, man. If you couldn't hurt Miramov, you can't hurt Canelo. You can't hurt Canelo. You couldn't hurt Miramov. You can't hurt Canelo. So you just need to just shut all that Canelo Crawford talk. Shut all that shit down, man. Shut that shit down. He needs to shut it down because it's gonna end. You're gonna end up like Jamal Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Like Jamal Charlo, shit, taking a knee, not fighting back because the power is so great. You're gonna be on defense all night long, backing up all night long and shit. Man, nah, man, hell no. Like I said, if you would have dropped, if Crawford would have dropped Merrim off a couple of times, you know what I'm saying, at least two, three times, you know what I'm saying, had him hurt bad multiple times in the fight, I'm like, okay, he ready for Canelo and shit, but not that shit last night, man. Hell no, hell no. Yeah, I mean, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. It was some action through the fight, but that performance cannot beat no Canelo. Yeah, they're gonna let Ryan Garcia come back to boxing. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's about a check, man. It's all about money at the end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan Garcia sells tickets. You know what I'm saying? He sells tickets. He put asses in seats. So yeah, he gonna be back. And be truthfully, he can go over to Mexico and fight. They can't stop him if he went to Mexico. You know, man, Ryan Garcia could come back and fight anybody at 140, and it'll be a big fight. Because on the real, people want to fight Ryan. They want to fight Ryan Garcia because you gonna get a fat payday fighting Ryan Garcia. Because Ryan Garcia got a big fan base. He got a big fan base. You know, every time he go live on Instagram, he be having millions of people tapping into his live streams and shit. So he got a huge fan base. So people boxers want to fight him. You know what? You fuck around and gonna get that. Hey, we fuck around, we gonna get that too. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that rematch. I think Haney gonna come back and get that rematch. I think he gonna come back for that rematch. Plus he gonna get paid too. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get paid. Cause like I said, fighting Ryan Garcia, you gonna get a fat check. Cause everybody know who Ryan Garcia is. So if you fighting Ryan Garcia, that's just gonna make your name bigger. Cause his name already out there. Cause Ryan Garcia is part of the elites. So, you know what I'm saying? When you fucking with the elite, you gonna get paid. Same thing with Jake Paul. That's why people be calling out Jake Paul because they know they're gonna get a fat check fucking with Jake Paul. You get in the ring with Jake Paul, you're gonna get a fat check. That's why motherfuckers want Jake Paul. Huh. That's why they want Jake Paul. That's why they want Ryan Garcia. Because they know they're gonna get paid swell. And all that shit that Ryan Garcia be doing on social media, he just be doing all that shit for clout, man. Clout and attention. And people give him that attention and the clout that he want and he looking for, and that's why he do all the shit that he do online. He just want attention and clout. But we gonna get that Haney rematch. Trust me. We're gonna get that sometime next year. Haney be back. He'll be back. He said he's gonna take 2 years off from boxing. He ain't gonna take no damn 2 years off from boxing. He'll be back next year. He might, and you know what? He might come back in a different weight class. He might come back at 147. He might come back and be like, "Look, I'm gonna move up to, I'm gonna move up to 147." Now, the fight that I think that Crawford should stay away from is that motherfucking Boots fight. No, after seeing that shit last night, at first I didn't give Boots between Boots and Crawford. It was 80-20 Crawford. After seeing that fight last night, man, that shit it's 50-50 now. It's 50-50 with Boots now, man. Boots and Crawford is 50-50 now. Because I know it's a different weight class and all that shit, but I feel like Crawford and Merimoff, they both didn't do enough to get the win for real. Like that's it sounds crazy, but that's how I look at it, man. Like watching the fight over again and shit. I'm like, Crawford really didn't do enough to really like get a unanimous decision. I don't agree with the unanimous decision. I don't agree with that. That should have been a split decision. You know what I'm saying? That should have been a split decision last night. I ain't see no unanimous last night. I ain't see that. I did not see no damn unanimous decision. I seen a split decision, and Crawford just barely edged that shit out. Like barely by the skin of your motherfucking teeth, you edged that shit out. And also for real shit, man, they should run it back. Like, man, they should run that shit back, bro. Like, because Crawford barely escaped dude, man. Barely got past dude. Barely got past him. Hella respect for Miramov. Hella respect for Miramov. He got my respect now. Next time I see Miramov, somebody else, the next guy that fight Miramov gonna have problems. Like they gonna have problems with him, man, because he learned a lot last night. And so did Crawford. Crawford learned a lot last night too. But also for real, they should run it back. Like man, they run that shit back, man. Run that shit back. You know, run it back. That wasn't no unanimous decision last night. That was a split decision. Split decision win in my eyes for Crawford. Split decision. And that shit was close. I'm talking about some shit like 115, 113. Like for Crawford. Like barely getting the dub. But the undercards was great. The undercards was great last night. Like I said, Mark Bacoli is the real deal Holyfield. I want to see him in there. They said they wanted Usyk or Fury next. I want to see that. I love to see it. I love to see it, man. I see why those heavyweights was ducking Bacoli. Man, dude is a problem. He's a problem at heavyweight. For any heavyweight, even Usyk. Like, man, dude, a problem, man. He big and he hitting hard. Like, man, he big and you hitting hard. You a problem. He gonna be a major problem for anybody at heavyweight. If you Jared Anderson, this was too much for you. At the stage of your career, dude was too much, right? He was too much. You gonna have to go back to fighting cab drivers to gain your confidence back up and shit. But I don't think Jared Anderson is gonna be a heavyweight champion one day. I don't see him beat none of the champions at heavyweight. I don't see him beat none of the champions at heavyweight, bro. Just saw it. Soon as you got into the ring with something real, somebody's gonna hit you back and you got knocked the fuck out. You got destroyed. You got destroyed last night. So you probably won't see Jared Anderson till next year sometime after that ass whooping. Crawford should just stay at 54. Don't go up to no 60. Don't do no catch weight with Canelo. Fuck that money. Because they said all money ain't good money. And that money is not good money. Don't end up like Jamel Charlo, man. You know, taking punishment for 12 rounds and shit. Don't end up like him, man. Stay at 54, reign at 54, and call it a day. Try to go undisputed at 54, call it a day. But that was not no unanimous decision fight last night. That was a split decision for Crawford. Split decision. But other than that, what we got? We got Olympic basketball on the female side. Then we got uh Major League Baseball. And we got like 20 some days away from college football, baby. 20 some days away from college football. You know, I got college football parlays, NFL parlays ready to go for week one. College football week zero. You know where to find me. I'm on threads, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. But yeah, Crawford, yeah, stay at 54, man. Stay at 54. Split decision win in my eyes. Very close fight. Way closer than what I thought it was going to be. Way closer than what I thought it was going to be. I just felt that I felt you could have really even gave it a draw if they really wanted to. Then that's it could have been a draw last night. But you know you had to give somebody had to be a winner. You know what I'm saying? That somebody had to be a winner, or you would have had to really do it a rematch. But Crawford gets the win, barely edges out past Merimoff. Didn't drop him, didn't hurt him, didn't buzz him. It was like both fighters was playing safe. Did nobody put it on the line last night? Like, did nobody put it on the line? Like, look, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna get hit, but I'm gonna go for it. It looked like both fighters respected each other's power. Crawford respected Merimoff's power. Merimoff respected Crawford's power. You know, it is what it is. Crawford gets the dub, 41 and 0. Stay away from Canelo. Reign at 54, and I'll be dropping more parlays in Major League Baseball soon, real soon. So be on the lookout for that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe, like. You know, I drop parlays, two team parlays in Major League Baseball, NFL, college football, NBA, WNBA, and NHL. So just make sure you tapped in, subscribe, and more parlays on the way. They on the way.